welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam and today we are on day 10 of Lust After Dusk. If you are brand new and you have no idea what I'm talking about, Lust After Dusk is an opportunity for a bunch of us to work on a canvas of our TV or movie loves. Do you know what I mean? You know, those sort of people that those men, in my case, you know, it could be a man, could be a woman, could be something you're passionate about, but in my case it's supernatural. So this is a one-off event. I am doing a section a day, but I have had some challenges. I'm trying to turn me the light on because it's not great. I will explain about the other challenges, so that's probably better for you guys but not for me because I can't see the canvas. So I am on section 10. I'm doing quite big sections. Before I go any further, if you are brand new or even if you've been with me a long time, if you hear any outside noises, I apologise. Could be the dog, could be my husband, my mother, my daughter, people coming in and out, people randomly ringing the doorbell, could be anything. You know, it is what it is. So today I am using the pink limited edition cook tray in standard. If you have been eyeing up these pink ones and you haven't managed to get one yet, there's some on the Etsy shop. Please search for Kitten Up Kitten on Etsy and you can purchase them from there. I am also using my favourite, my favourite pen. This is my resin pen from Amazon that I bought ages ago. Absolutely love this pen. Now recently I have been using the foam pens that I've been making. I am still doing them. I do plan on putting them in the shop. I just need to perfect them. They're not quite there just yet, or not in a way that I want to sell, put it that way. So it is day 10 and I do intend on going through some more of your comments and questions from the previous couple of weeks, but I thought I would catch you up today on what's happening with me. So, you know, same old, same old. It is Monday. This video will be going up on Monday, although it may be a little bit later on. If you are on Penni's group, so the Calbs Sparkles group, you will already know about my poor daughter's kitty. But we've had other stuff happening since then. Some big stuff. So I am struggling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It is been a bit of a challenge getting this section done every day, but that's mainly because of the changes to our household. And I know that you will all forgive me when you find out about the changes, because it is pretty amazing. So, shall I just go into it? I'll just go into it. I'm going to film as much as I can right now, and then if I need to take a break for people coming in, etc., I will do so, and I'll do the rest. But this video will be going up today. So as you know, I'm going to try and not say so every video because it's annoying. It annoys me. We have a Sprocker Spaniel, which is a Cocker Springer Spaniel cross, although they're not a crossbreed because they're the same dog. But anyway, I digress. We have a dog called Pepper, and for the last couple of years she's been on her own. We've always had at least 2 dogs, but our last dog, Coco, who was a Jack Russell, passed away nearly 2 years ago now, and we haven't replaced her. And my husband has been an avid follower of Spaniel Aid, which is a charity that helps unhomed spaniels find new homes. So we said we wanted to get another dog at some point. We do love spaniels, but nothing's come up that, you know, has caught his eye. So our Sprocker needs to go for regular grooming. When she hasn't been groomed for a while, she's a bit fluffy. She's a lot fluffy. So every sort of 12 weeks-ish, we take her to the local dog groomers, and she has a bath and a shampoo and a haircut and her nails trimmed and all that sort of thing. Anyway, a few weeks ago, well, not even a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, the groomers where we take our dog had put up that they were trying to rehome a Springer Spaniel. So they were looking for long-term foster care, potentially a new home for this spaniel. And my husband mentioned it to me, and he showed me a picture, and I was like, oh yeah, she's cute, yeah. So anyway, Sunday, he books Pepper in to be groomed on Sunday, and he takes Pepper, and he comes back and he goes, I said, Pepper okay? And he goes, yeah, I've left her there. He says, I met Storm. And I went, what? Because I misheard him. He went, I met Storm. And I was like, what? He says, I met the dog. And I'm like, oh, the spaniel. And he said, yeah. I said, oh, how is she? He goes, oh, she's lovely. She's a bit overweight, but she's lovely. So basically, she has come from an owner who can no longer look after her, or not for the time being anyway. So there is a chance, potentially, that this dog will be going home at some point. But anyway, I said, how was she? You know, her and Pepper shared a room for 20 minutes or so, which is quite good. You know, Pepper's been on her own quite a long time. So I said, you know, what do you think? He goes, well, yeah, he said, but, you know, adult dog coming into the home, you know, it has its challenges. And I said, well, you knew that. If you were going to get a rescue dog, you knew that would be the case. And, you know, you deal with it. You just got to do it the right way. So anyway, he sort of spoke to me, and I said, yeah, you know, I'm happy to give it a try. And then he spoke to me mum, and my mum said, yeah, happy to give it a try. Spoke to Kat, said the same thing. So he says, right, okay. He says, I'll have a word with them. So off he goes to go and pick Pepper up. So I thought that he would go back. He would say, yeah, you know, we're willing to give it a go. We're willing to give it a try. See how she gets on, etc., etc. And lo and behold, if he doesn't walk through the gate with both dogs. So the upshot is we now have a second dog staying with us for the time being. We don't know how long this may be. It is very early days. It's Monday. We got Storm yesterday. So I'm going to put a picture up here. So Storm is a Springer Spaniel. She's about 6.5 years old, which is good. Pepper's 5. Pepper's 7. So they're similar ages. She's a lot bigger than we expected, but she is beautiful, and she's obviously a little bit quiet and a little bit nervous. The problem being that, of course, when you bring an adult dog into a house already with an adult dog, you sometimes get a little bit of shouting at each other, which usually sounds worse than it is, but you have to let them do it. So hence why this video is up late today, because I didn't really think it through. The reality is that there needs to be an adult with these two dogs at all times, just to break up any issues if they happen, you know, separate them if necessary. Now, I have to say, we've had a bit of shouting off Pepper, which is understandable. You know, she's been on her own for quite a while. But I have to say that Storm is very laid back, and she kind of gets shouted at, and then she had to go back once, but most of the time she just stays out of her way. So that is why this video is being done so late. You know, thinking about it, I honestly thought it would be a couple of weeks before we got her. So it has thrown my life into turmoil somewhat. So I apologise if I'm not able to get videos up quite as quickly or as often as I'd wanted to, but please do not worry, I am still doing my section a day. Today I would normally have a Monday off, so I would use my Monday to get my orders done, because I've been working today and then I've come home and had to deal with the 2 dogs. You know, we've got to monitor them playing together and all that sort of thing. Ashley's now took my mum to get some bits because she stayed at home today. So if you have ordered from the Etsy shop at any point since last Monday, your order will be going out tomorrow instead. But most of you aren't at the limit yet, so I have got time still. But please be patient. I am sure that you will agree that this beautiful dog, you know, needed a home. This is something we've always wanted to do. My husband would have 4 or 5 dogs if he could. If we could have a bit of land somewhere with a log cabin on it, 4 or 5 dogs, he'd be over the moon. So please do bear with me. I am now a foster mummy. So yeah, it's been a bit of a quick shock. Not least of all, because we didn't actually have anything for her. So at the moment we have got the lovely Pepper laying claim to everything that moves in this house. So we've had to move toys out the way. We have got the dog bed, which was outside, that Pepper very rarely uses. Suddenly she's very interested in it, just being an arsehole, I think. But anyway, that is what's going on. So so I apologise. We are currently a 2-dog family. Now, I don't know how long we may have Storm for. Incidentally, I've been calling her Stormy because she doesn't look like a storm to me, but I can't change her name too much because she may not be with us for long. So yeah, I'm kind of getting her to answer Stormy at the minute, which is working very well. So there we go. That's my news. And you know what? She's adorable. She really is. So we're hoping over the next few days, few weeks, that she will settle in, that her and Pepper will become firm friends. She's currently snoring. She's asleep. I can hear her snoring. But she's a beautiful dog. She's a bit overweight, so we need to get her trimmed up a bit. So again, having 2 dogs means that I now have to go on the evening walk with my husband, because we've got 2 dogs to walk. So that's where we are. Thank you to all of you that have been posting up pictures on Penni's group. It's lovely to see your progress. I have said right from the beginning that this isn't as big an event for me as DIY DP. This is just an excuse to look at gorgeous men, pretty much, for me. But it is quite a big canvas. I mean, it's listed as a 50 by 100. It's actually more like a 45 by 95. I got my canvas from New Craft Day. There will be a link to their website in the description box. I actually got mine as part of a promo package from them. I chose it specifically, but it is still on there, so you know, take a look. Why not have a look at New Craft Day? So I will tag them as well. And yeah, it's going really well. I have to say, I've not had any problems with drills or the symbols or anything. I mean, they're a little bit darker. But I've got in the habit of doing certain colours first, so I very often do the black first, but the drills are nice. I am actually multi-placing with a 9 because I've got quite big areas of colour blocking, and because I don't have any plastic multi-placers in a 9, that's why I'm using this pen. On on my homemade pens, I prefer to use the plastic placers because they're a lot lighter. So I just thought I would come on and do some of this section today and go through some comments. So first of all, massive congratulations to the 2 people who won on this giveaway this week. The next giveaway details will be going up tomorrow, so Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. BST. There will be myself and Penny from Kelp Sparkles for your pleasure, your viewing pleasure. It will be on my channel, however, because this is my event. So yeah, make sure that you are here for the live, because that's where you're going to win any prizes. But it's going very well. I did manage to catch up at the weekend. So if you are doing your section a day and you're thinking, I'm not getting this done, you know, I haven't got time, I haven't got a chance to do it today. Do you know what? It's fine. Don't. I have set this personal challenge for myself. I just want to get this done because it's going up on my wall. I don't care what my husband says, it is going up on my wall in my bedroom. However, husband currently is definitely sleeping downstairs with Pepper because that's what he does. Whereas I am upstairs with Storm. Not my idea of fun. I don't like having dogs upstairs. But, you know, it is what it is. So there we go. So let's see if I can get some of these comments done while diamond painting and keeping an eye on both dogs to make sure they don't go nuts at each other. We'll give it a go. Okay, so first comment was on my Heaven and Earth whip and chat. Melissa, she said, I've never done a Heaven and Earth. When you put a diamond on the canvas, then tap the computer screen to mark it, how does the computer know what colour to make the space you tapped? Thanks. Okay, so I did actually answer at the time, because I try and do that if a question's asked, because the sooner I get to it, the better that person, you know, the quicker that person's got an answer. So basically, the pattern is a cross stitch pattern that I then upload in PDF form to an app called Pattern Keeper, and the colours, the DMC codes, etc. are uploaded with it. So you are able then to mark that colour off and it fills it in with the colour it should be. There's a couple of settings that you can do. You can have that colour as a colour with the symbol showing through it when it's completed. I prefer not to. That's just my personal preference, but it's as easy as that. If you have never done a cross stitch conversion and you wonder if it's going to be all right for you, here is my tip. Get yourself a small little canvas from AliExpress or Temu or somewhere like that, and download a small chart from DMC. They have some small charts, and do yourself a little one. Give it a go. I like doing them because it uses up my spare square drills. I do plan at some point trying it with round, because that's something I'm really interested in doing, but I've got so much I need to do right now. So there you go. I know that Melissa did comment back saying thank you. That's fine. So thank you, Melissa. I'm going to give you a love heart so that you know that I've answered your question. Let me keep going. Dotty Diva. She said, funny people coming in and out. You need a sign recording, don't enter, and other side enter so they know. This painting is looking wonderful. I'm working on Ellie Mae, Be the Bird DAC. Oh, thank you for commenting. Do you know what? I wish I could, but it's part of working from home, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's why I put the warning out. That's why I say I apologise if anyone comes in. They do drive me mad. And I do endeavour to do filming when they're not here as much as possible, but it's not always possible. Right, I'm going to take a break because I think that's my husband home. Okay, so I'm back. As soon as I start filming, she starts barking. Like I said, dogs, etc. Right, so next comment is from Chris Naylor. Hi Chris. She said, your tray looks really nice. Can't wait for mine to come, lol. My husband says patience is not one of my virtues. I did already go back to Chris and say, I know that feeling. I've done all the orders up to date today and will be posting Monday. So Chris has then come back again 6 days ago, I hasten to add, and just said, thank you Sam, my tray is here, I love it. Now you've made me do some diamond painting instead of housework, lol. Thank you. Well, you're very welcome. Anything that gets you out of doing housework, that's my saying. Anything that gets you out of that. So I'm glad that you like. I certainly like them. Yeah, keep your eyes out for some new colours coming up in the not too distant future. Probably for Christmas, with a bit of luck. that's what I'm banking on. So yeah, thanks Chris for buying and for the fact that you like them. It's really very much appreciated. So thank you Chris for that. Next lot of comments are on the first day of Lust After Dusk. So first of all, Tammy Berkey, she says, woohoo, ready to start. Love hearing the little one in the background. I think this was because I had my granddaughter overnight that weekend. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks of things happening that you didn't expect to happen. So I'm kind of rolling with it now. So as you can hear, Pepper is barking. Probably because she wants more attention. That's usually what it is. She just wants attention. So you're very welcome, Tammy. Nice to have you on board. I am just coming out of the section with a Sam Winchester on it. You can see his face up here. Well, you might not be able to. It depends how much I'm zoomed in, I guess. But not the interesting part yet. The interesting part is down at the bottom, near the end, which is what's keeping me going, just to get to that Dean bit. B Massam 3329, she said, I'm with you about Dean. He is. That's what's making this canvas so worth it. So worth it, is knowing that he's down at the bottom there, and at some point this month I'm going to get to him. So that's what's keeping me going. And I do that with a lot of canvases, you know. I tend to start at the top, to be fair, because it's easier with the drills hanging over the desk that have already been done, so I'm not leaning on them. But in this case, I actually started the opposite end to do Sam Winchester first, so that I've then got Dean saved for the last, you know, that bit where you're getting fed up of doing it and you need a break. Do you know what I mean? So you need something to motivate you to keep going. She also says, I'm very new to diamond painting and your channel. I started on 10th of June 23. I'm a bit confused. What are we starting? I'll join in if I can. So I did go back and explain what this was all about. So I'm not going to go over that again, because by now we're already, like I said, day 10. But I love the fact that you're new to diamond painting and you found me already. So thank you very much for coming along. Never going to say no to a new subscriber. Amy, she said, oh, this was about the cover paper stuff. She just says basically that she had an issue, she'd let Penny know. She said, I love using my cook trays. I use the cover papers and still use cover minders. Also, I love the spacing on the trays. I can use it for crystals. I can even do some bigger diamonds and pour through the spout. Not a problem, Amy. That was the whole reason for the trays being done the way that they are. Because I've certainly noticed it, you know, on this. On the budget company ones, you don't always get a set size, especially in round drills, so it just allows for that little bit of difference in the size of the drills. If you haven't got some that are really uniform, you don't want them to be getting stuck all the time. And if they are getting stuck, they're really big drills and you don't want that drill anyway. So pull it out, chuck it in the trash, into your trash pot, whatever it is that you use. So it's a good way of getting rid of those oversized drills that you're not going to want on your painting anyway. So thank you for commenting, giving you a love. Crochet Cow Lloyd, the lovely Julie. It is the very first canvas I've ever sectioned of. Usually just work on them in layers. Oh, I love a good sectioning. And when I first started, I only ever used cover papers. But I've got the hang of it now. I kind of like it. I do, however, still use cover paper. At the minute, I'm using Penni's cover papers on my Heaven and Earth. Just because they look nice. Can't beat a nice looking cover paper. Of course, any details, if you want to have a look at my my Etsy shop or Penni's Etsy shop, the links will be in that description box. That's where you want to go if you want to know anything. Sharon, lovely Sharon, thanks for the video. It was nice hearing your mum and the little one in the background, especially when they were singing. I started to sing as well, lol. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, shame we couldn't hear you. Does make me smile, I have to say, when she's here. We do. It's pretty much whatever Lila wants, Lila gets. She is my first grandchild. And do love her. Do love her to bits. She does make me laugh. She's also very exhausting. But, you know, that was the only way I could get the filming done, was for Mum to keep her occupied while I got it sorted. So thank you for your lovely comment. City Cat Crafter, she says, I saw your unboxing of this canvas and I turned around and bought it. Unfortunately, I won't be participating with you because I'm still working Summer with the Masters 2023. Oh, fabulous. What a fab event. I've never done an event other than my own, to be fair. Like, literally, never done an event. So, and obviously I'm aware of Summer with the Masters because I do watch Diamonds and Washi, etc. So, what a nice one. All those beautiful artworks that you can use that are in the public domain now. Fabulous. She also says, I will be following you though and can't wait to see what it looks like finished. No, me either, so I'm looking forward to it. Villica, the lovely Villica. Thanks for the lovely video, Sam. I was happily painting along with you. Love from the Netherlands, Villica. Thank you, Villica. Lisa from Lisa's Colouring Corner. So cute to hear your mum and granddaughter in the background. No apologies needed. Thanks for the whip and chat. Well, I know, but I need to apologise because it might annoy some people. You know, I don't know. I mean, currently going on, I haven't got the washer or the dishwasher going, but I do have the oven on because we're having quite a late dinner. And then after dinner, I need to go for a walk with the dogs, which will do me good. It's not a bad thing. Okay, thank you very much, Lisa. Betsy, the lovely Betsy McLeod. I love the giggle of a small child. No apologies needed. I'm working on my very first DIY moon shop. It's a lovely pastel of a beauty with turquoise hair. Not my usual. Oh, well, I hope you enjoy it. I have looked at DIY moon shop. Again, it's the shipping, isn't it? That's the issue. Always the shipping. But that's why it helps to have good companies in your countries that can do diamond paintings for you. I have to say I'm quite spoilt with Diamond Art Club because they do ship quite quickly to the UK. You know, it's about a week, which I think is pretty good. Pretty within the week this last time. So thank you, Betsy. Tracy Owen, she says, hi Sam, love to hear your mum and granddaughter. Thank you for the time to do the video. Love and hugs. You're very welcome. I wanted to do more than what I have managed to get done, but you know, that's what we mean when we say life permitting, because there's been at least 3 things this last week that I certainly haven't planned on. So I'm doing the best I can around what I've got. Then we've got comments on the unboxing Mooncatcher. So Abigail Stansford, the lovely Abby from Abby's Diamond Putty. I really want this one. I can't wait to see you work on it. Well, with the status of my stash, you know, come back in a year, I might get around to it. Because I've got a few, it's ridiculous. And I still have an unboxing to go up. I've got 2 more to do. And I've got a whole video of working on the Suncatcher that I did to go up yet. So, sort of banking videos at the minute. Not being funny, I got this like 3 weeks ago or so, nearly 4 weeks ago. But I'm getting there slowly. I just don't want to put up a video every single day and then not have any, because that would be, you know, it's getting harder and harder to do one. Had a lovely thumbs up from City Cat Crafter. Sharon Wild Boar, that's a lovely canvas, so have a lovely day. And Sandy Foy 6314, she says I should have bought this one. I don't know if it's still in or not, but certainly go and have a look. It is beautiful. It is really, really nice. And pleased I got it because it's a nice size as well. It's not too big. And I've got a couple of really big canvases. So it's quite nice to have what I would call a snack size. I've said before, for me, a good size canvas is around the 50-70 mark. So anything under that, you know, the 51 centimetre square type size is a snack size. They don't take me long at all to do. So, yeah, it was quite nice to get a smaller one. Unfortunately, a lot of them are bigger. I didn't pick that up very well. I am working with this 9-placer, by the way. So it's just a case of getting the drills as neat as possible, pushing up against the grooves in the bottom of the tray. Have to say, I have noticed with budget paintings that the spacing on multi-placers fits perfectly. Has anybody else noticed that? Very rarely have to move them. So sometimes that is something that I'm pleased about. So I'm just trying to make sure I get any of the 310, because I did start with the 310. Now I'm not going to do the whole section because the video will just be too long, but I wanted to put this up and just say hello. And I do apologise, coughing away. Yeah, I wanted to get a video up today. Again, like I said, we will be live tomorrow night. I do need to get a drink, that's the problem. Any more W's before I put these away? You know, of course, I'm going to miss one. I always do. Always. Oh, there you go. Got a couple down here. A couple down here. Unfortunately, this section isn't very interesting. It is mainly 310 with a bit of green and some blue in. I think we've got 823s and 500s. They're the main colours in this section, so it's not very interesting, but it does mean that I can multi-place. Next one is on the live last Tuesday. Stephanie Cost. She says, darn it, I missed the live again. Not a problem, Stephanie. You can watch it later, as I know you probably did because you commented on it. We try and put them up, whether it's me or Penny, we try and put them up quite quickly after the live ends. All right, pets. But it's not always possible. Depends on how well YouTube's behaving. Claudia, she says, replay. Sorry, I missed the live. Elderly father was rushed to hospital again, but watching now as I needed the break. I'm sorry to hear that, Claudia. I hope that he's okay and that he's doing better. Then we have the emojis from Gina. Hi Gina, thank you. And Marna, sorry for missing the live, watching it on replay. Oh, not a problem, Marna. That's the good thing about lives, isn't it? You can catch it on the replay. That's what it's there for. Okay. Next one is on unboxing Caramia from Diamond Art Club. Sharon Wildball, she just says, nice canvas. Thanks for the video. Have a wonderful weekend, Sam. Well, I did have a wonderful weekend. Ended up with another dog, you know. Busy Lizzie, commenting on a canvas that I did, a really old video. This is a canvas that I did right back when I first started. And basically, Peps! Sorry, they had a shout. So this is what we're dealing with at the minute. We're having to deal with the, I didn't mean to shout on the video, I'm so sorry. We're having to deal with the hierarchy at the minute, but it's very early days. And Stormy, bless her, is doing quite well. I keep calling her Stormy because her name's Storm, but she doesn't look like a storm to me. And she does answer to Stormy. So there we go. So basically what happened back then was I ordered a lap desk off Amazon. And when it arrived, it wasn't a lap desk at all. It was a huge roll of bubble wrap. So when I contacted them to say this is not a lap desk, they said, that's fine, send the bubble wrap back to us and we'll reimburse you. Hell no, I'm not paying for that. So we didn't. Yes, Lizzie, we do still have that bubble wrap and it's come in handy many, many times. Not least of all when we got the summer house. Before we put the summer house together, we used it to protect the glass for the windows and doors. My son and his girlfriend have taken some previously for moving or whatever it was they were doing. I didn't want to ask. So yes, it has come in handy. But yeah, she just said, she said, I wonder why they thought that. It astounds me at the ignorance or stupidity or both that they thought a big roll of bubble wrap is exactly a lap desk. I hope you found a use for the bubble wrap so it doesn't go to waste, but I'd be fuming too. Absolutely. And then on unboxing Caramia again, we've got City Cat Crafter. She said, love Mandy, but this one's a little too dark for me. Enjoy. Oh, absolutely. It's like I've said before, Mandy is my favourite artist, but I don't like all of them. You know, there's some that I must have, and there's some that, no, I wouldn't sneeze if someone bought them for me. But I wouldn't buy them just because they're a Mandy Manzano. You know, if it's not my thing and I'm not going to enjoy doing them, I wouldn't buy them. But I loved Caramia. And I do quite like dark fantasy stuff. So for me, it was perfect. But I get it. Thank you for commenting. Gina, she said, I finished this one last week and it turned out absolutely beautiful. You'll have a great time doing this one because I thoroughly enjoyed doing it. Great video, Sam. Oh, thank you, Gina. I'm looking forward to doing it at some point in the next couple of years. Okay, so one last lot of comments because no, dinner's ready, so I'm going to leave it there. I will do the rest of the comments on the next video because we are actually up to about 2 days ago. So thank you for joining me for this section. Please keep going if you're doing. All information is in the description box. I will be back very soon. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.